Dunfield opened up in 1888, and ever since it's been historic from all the teams playing here, whether it was the Elmira Pioneers you see today, as well the AA affiliate and minor league affiliates of the Boston Red Sox moving throughout the years. Dunfield has been a key site for many factors, but none more important than what today is. Today is Stitches' birthday. He was born on this day in 1888. He currently 138 years old, and they're celebrating him here as the team gets all set. You see the mascots on the field there, including Dewey walking right past Jacob Jones. That is the special celebration that Stitches has had so far as he is getting ready to throw out the first pitch to get things moving here. It's the Syracuse Saltcats. It's the Elmira Pioneers coming up after Stitches' first pitch as he gets squared. The fling, that one in the dirt, but it does not matter. It hits the catcher back there, and it's going to be the first pitch. As we take a look at the standings right now in the West Division of the PGCBL. Elmira, they sit at 6-4. Big win yesterday against Auburn Doubledays. That pushed Auburn all the way down to third place. They're 7-2. Jamestown currently sits in first, 11-2. Batavia's 8-2. Olean, who is coming into Dunfield on Saturday, 6-5. If they get a win on Saturday, they take over the Elmira Pioneers. Niagara Falls, they're 4-7. Niagara's 3-7. Geneva, very close to beating Batavia last night. Incredibly close. It was a 16-14 game. It was a 14-14 up until the last inning where Batavia was able to score 2 and get past Geneva. Newark is 0-9 on the season, still looking for their first win. And as we mentioned, this team that you did not see there, of course, being the Syracuse Salt Class. This is an out-of-league game happening here, interleague, whichever you'd like to call it, between these two sides, both putting out their best showing. And it's not going to be a crucial factor come the West Division standings, but it does allow some guys that you may not normally see to come on this field. Of course, Syracuse Saltcats playing the NYCBL, while the Elmira Pioneers playing the PGCBL. So, a lot of things to look forward to. Another big factor that comes in with that one is that the game today is only going to be 7 innings, so no need to worry too much about any factors such as those. 7-inning game here today between Syracuse and Elmira, and it's preparing to get things going. Multiple first pitches coming out as the teams get ready, and let's look around the horn real quick. Over at third base today is going to be A.J. Lugo. Manny Esley plays in shortstop, and Trevor Reed, he moves over to second base. His first time at second base this season. He's played a couple times, but both of those times were behind the plate. Ryan Kristoff returns to first base. In the outfield, playing his first game in the field is going to be Liam Schott. Michael Ferrante's in center. A big day yesterday against Auburn for him. He looks to continue the momentum into this one. And Tyson Gindrich, he returns to right field. As catching for this one is going to be a new player for the Pioneer squad. It's Nick Spanner from Holy Cross, and this is his first game coming for the Pioneers. And pitching today is going to be Jacob Jones. As they continue to give the speech here about all of the achievements for the first pitch, these sides continue to warm up. We're glad to have you here for the Elmira Pioneers. It's a very incredible season so far. It's been ups and downs, peaks and valleys for this Pioneers team. Getting a game like this where you get to look through your lineup, see who you can add into here. A lot of these guys that are playing today for the Pioneers, not normally everyday starters, but a good way to get them some reps and see, hey, coming down the stretch, do I need a guy to come in? Could it be maybe Trevor Reed at second base? Could it be A.J. Lugo over at third? Liam Schott out in left field. Ken Esley, he's played that middle infield. He's playing the other half right now with shortstop. Is he someone to look for in case Michael Gardner does not go one day for the Pioneers? So many factors that could be answered here today, and that's why this game is so crucial. It's also something else important for the Pioneer squad. It's one of their few lefties going on the mound here in Jacob Jones as he's beginning to get warm with Spanner. So many things happening here today. Such a great atmosphere here at Dunfield. There was just a picnic earlier for Guthrie, and everything is coming together and getting ready for this wonderful day here in Elmira, New York. As looking at the Syracuse Saltcats lineup, it's going to be Brian White starting things off in right field. Then it's followed by Chase Hagland in center field. Iman Giblin, he's the DH. Nick Russo's the catcher. Sean Stoney, the second baseman. Hector Gonzalez, he's the extra hitter. Aaron Graves, he's the left fielder. Oliver Ray at first base. Jackson Grant, he's playing third. And rounding things off in the 10 hole, it's going to be Mason Smith for the Saltcats team. They enter this one 5-5-1. Looking at this one, as I mentioned, Pioneers, they're 6-4. Their 11th game of the season. Once again, though, out of league game, so not as much implication on the West Division standings as in other game would end up being. But a lot of factors still going on throughout this entire season. It's still early. We're just getting towards that quarter-way mark. About to hit it very soon, but a lot of things that could happen here as the throwdown comes in, as we get things prepped and ready to go here. Syracuse Saltcats and Elmira Pioneers getting ready to face off right now here on the Elmira Pioneers YouTube channel. And to take things forward here, like I said, it's Brian White and Jacob Jones with his first start of the season will take onto the mound. As something to note for Jones, he's only gone in 2 appearances. He's only thrown a third of an inning, so it's going to be interesting to see how he develops throughout this game or how long potentially he could stay in. But if it's the Pioneers, they'd love to have one go longer. First pitch goes for a foul ball, and it's going to be strike number 1 coming in. As getting ready to bring things around here, Brian White, the right fielder, takes things for the Saltcats on the season. He's batting .425 for the team up north as that one's hit on the ground. It heads over to Manny Esley, who tries to play it on the hop. He is not able to grab it, throws high, and it's past Kristoff. It's going to go out of play, and that's going to move White over to second base. We'll see what they rule. They rule it 2 errors there going against Elmira. 1 on the bobble there by Esley, and then 1 on the throw. So it moves a man already to second base with White, and now it's going to be a pinch runner coming in for White all of a sudden there to take things forward. So White starts things off and gets 2 men on for the Saltcats. As now up to bat is going to be Chase Hagland to take things forward as Jones still looks for his first out of the day, as that one is in the corner and that one gets a strike. Big pitch there by Jones as they continue to move things here. The lead over there from the pinch runner, looking to get things moving. Tom Show is the man who's pinch running, as that one is out there for a ball. It's a 1-1 count now coming in for the Saltcats, and they already have a man potentially in scoring position to get things moving. The throw from Jones, that one is there for a strike. He hits the corner once again, trying to get things moving here. Get the first out of this against Geneva earlier in the week. They play many teams from the PGCBL. As that one's hit high into the air, it heads over towards center field. Ferranti looks to get underneath that one, and he does so for the first out. And no running there coming from second base by Tom Show. Tom Show remains there as first out comes in for Jones on the fly ball to the center fielder. And Iman Giblin is going to be the one to step up here and take things forward for the Saltcats. As Jones looks back there, now forward towards the home plate. Reed shows as if he could step forward in case of a pickoff attempt. That one's hit hard but foul towards the right side. Just too quick on that one by the batter, and Giblin gets his first strike on him. 1 out, top half of the first. Jacob Jones looking to get a goose egg on the board following the Pioneers' 2 errors coming on the first swing of the bat. As Jones's delivery. That one is in there for a strike right in the zone. 2 strikes now facing against Giblin. Jones looking down, trying to get a punch out here. Gets set. The back look, the forward look, and he kicks and deals. That one too low. It's ball number 1. Very close pitch there for Jacob Jones, but nothing going his way in terms of the call. The 1-2. That one looks as though he clips the corner again. They say it's a little bit too outside. It's going to be ball 2. A 2-2 count coming here against Iman Giblin, who slots in as the DH today. 2-2 count. Step in delivery. That one is hit off the end of the bat. It heads past Reed. It's going towards right fielder Skindrich. All of a sudden, moving over from second base on the way to home is Tom Show, and that's the first run of the day. It's an RBI single coming in for Iman Giblin to put the Syracuse Saltcats in the lead. 1-0. Big swing of the bat there coming from Giblin, and now Nick Russo looks to try and make some action of his own. He steps up to take things further for the Saltcats through this one, as on that there, big play coming from the batter. It's Giblin. That there is his second RBI of the season coming against the Pioneers. Is getting ready here. First pitch right there for a strike. 0-1 count incoming. As Nick Russo sits in the cleanup spot for the Saltcats here today. Already a hit on the board and a run. That one is hit hard. It heads over towards third base as Lugo flips it over to Reed. Reed turns for one, and it's going to be in time over to Kristoff for the double play. The 6-4-3 gets them out of the inning, and it's only 1 run scored by Syracuse. It's 1-0 Syracuse as we head over to the bottom half of the first. Back here for the bottom half of the first inning, after one run was scored by the Saltcats, it's going to be the Pioneers' opportunity to try and get things going. It's Manny Esley starting things off. He's the shortstop for today. Trevor Reed is on deck, and A.J. Lugo currently sitting in the hole. Manny Esley looking for another hit on the season. He's currently only batting 111, but opportunity to do so today. First pitch, that one's hit hard. It heads back over towards second base. It's grabbed by Sean Stoney, and it's thrown over to first base for Oliver Ray for the first out. So first pitch swung on by Esley, and it's going to be one out. Trevor Reed steps up here as the pitcher for the Saltcats today is Tom Maynor. He has only appeared in two. This is going to be his first start. He's 1-0 on the season. 4 2/3 innings pitched so far in the year with 5 punch-outs. As Trevor Reed steps up here, normally the catcher, he's playing second base here today. That first pitch right at the belt level for strike number 1. It's 1 out already after the first pitch of the inning for the Pioneers. That was a grounder from Manny Esley. He's occupying shortstop here today. Maynor up high. Delayed strike call there, but it's ruled nonetheless. It's now going to be an 0-2 count coming in for Trevor Reed. Big thing about Trevor Reed, no batting gloves. He's going barehanded. The pitch, that one is low. It's ball number 1. So many guys you see wear those batting gloves, but with the wood bat, Trevor Reed just rocking bare hands as that one is set in there for strike number 3 on the corner. Reed's asking about where it hit. He didn't think so, but it's going to be a backwards K coming in for Maynor. His 6th strikeout of the season as A.J. Lugo now will step up to the plate. Very close one there. The umpire, though, gives him the punch-out call, and A.J. Lugo looks to bring things forward. He plays third base here today after playing second base yesterday in that big win over Auburn. 9-1 victory. Held Auburn to their least amount of runs of the entire season. Hoping to battle something in here. First pitch, in there for a strike, right down Main Street. Going against A.J. Lugo. And I mentioned that game yesterday against Auburn. A.J. Lugo in that one, he had a big double in the 8th inning. He has the opportunity for some pop as that one is in there for strike number 2. That one hit towards the corner of left field. Corner left field here at Dunn Field is much larger than it was over in Auburn, as that pitch is right down the middle again. Strike number 3. The bat does not leave Lugo's shoulder. The second punch out of the inning, and that will end the first. It's 1-0 Saltcats lead here from the historic Dunn Field. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Returning here to Dunn Field, you see those lovely uniforms that the Pioneers are currently wearing? Well, you can get one of your own when you visit the Pioneers Merchandise Shop at Dunfield on your next visit. For ticket information, call 607-734-2690. We can get anywhere from hats, t-shirts, jerseys, programs like Brennan Hayes you see right there, or even including those brand new pinstripe uniforms that the Pioneers are wearing here today. Make sure you find them out at Dunfield. Syracuse Saltcats scored one to start things off in this contest, and now it's time for the top half of the second. Pioneers went down 1-2-3 in the bottom half, and coming up to bat now is Sean Stoney. He's the second baseman here today, and he's looking to get something against Jacob Jones, who's now thrown for a full inning, and we're going to see how he continues developing through this contest, as on the season here, Stoney is batting just 171 through 11 games started. This is game number 12 for him, and he's playing at second base. The first pitch from Jones, that one's inside for ball number 1. Very close to the arm there. Middle infield plays back a little bit. Last inning, it was the error happening as that one's fouled away. It heads towards the right side, and it falls into foul territory. In the last top half of the inning, it was error on both the grab and the throw from the shortstop, Manny Esley, that allowed Brian White to move over to second base. John Tomshaw was the one who was the pinch runner, and he made his way all the way home following a single by Iman Giblin. Jones steps and delivers. That one's hit off the bat, and jumping up for that one is Trevor Reed. Like it's nothing, Trevor Reed leaps up and catches that one for the first out of the second inning. Absolute hops there from Trevor Reed at second base, and now coming up to bat is going to be Hector Gonzalez, the extra hitter here today, looking to make things happen. As he dots up the plate, and it's going to be one of the first lefty-lefty matchups we've seen all day today. As it's a pretty open stance coming for Hector Gonzalez. The pitch, that one's outside. Spainer catches that one like it's nothing. Jacob Jones, in the first inning, only allowed one hit. Then the inning ended on the ground ball double play. As that one's outside again, it's 2-0 now with one out in the top half of the second inning. Pioneers looking to get this one through 1-2-3 as they saw last time. Kick and delivery from Jones. That one swung on a miss. It's strike number 1 here at the at-bat. Jones with the fastball just gets past him. Swing too late there by Hector Gonzalez. On deck, it's Aaron Graves for the Saltcats. As Jones looks down towards Spanner. He delivers. The bunt sign is shown. Did he pull away in time? Yes, he did. It's a 3-1 count now. Very close there, but a good pull away coming from Gonzalez. In that situation, if he keeps the bat out, it would have been a strike. As Jones now sits with a 3-1 count. It's in favor of the count's in favor of Gonzalez. He can choose whether or not to swing here. He does not necessarily have to on a close pitch. The throw, that one is in there for a strike. They say it hits the top of the zone. Gonzalez disagrees. He says it was too high, but his opinion's not the one that gets determined. It's the home plate umpire. Count is now completely full. It's 3-2, one out for Hector Gonzalez. Jacob Reed's payoff pitch. That one is too low. Ball 4. Very close, but just too low. It puts a man on first. The first walk of the day delivered by Jacob Jones. And now an opportunity for Aaron Graves to try and put something on with a man on first. Graves on the season. He's got just 2 hits through 13 at-bats, but he's someone that is still looking for his first RBI. If he gets a hold of this baseball, he has a chance to get that one there. That one's hit high into the air, though. Looking to get underneath that one is the catcher in Spanner, and he does so. Makes the grab, and that's the first out. Gonzalez has to move back over to first base. So it's 2 outs now for the Syracuse Saltcats, who currently lead this one 1-0. Pioneers looking to get this one quickly as Oliver Ray steps up. He's the first baseman in this contest. Spanner, great grab on that last one. And Jones grabs the ball and is giving it a little rub just to get his grip back together here. Jones looks down. The throw. It's a run over there by Gonzalez, and he's going to get into second base in time. Stolen base for Hector Gonzalez there as things continue to work here. As they're going to try and get a new baseball. I would like to make a note right now. You saw the T-Rex earlier in the day who was on the mound. He's currently over by the dugout for the Pioneers, basically joining the squad over there, and it seems like none of the Pioneers players are too upset with it. It's a man on second base, 2 outs, a 1-1 count coming here for the batter. Excuse me, it's an 0-1 count. Jumped the gun on that one. The run there from Gonzalez. He's going to get into third base on time. He's got 2 stolen bases now in this at-bat. The secondary lead and jump by Hector Gonzalez has moved him all the way from first to third in just 2 pitches. And none of which those pitches have been anything but strikes. Oliver Ray getting ready as, if you would like some more news about the T-Rex over by the dugout, he heads over towards the bullpen. But that's not important right now. 0-2 count, the pitch. That one is low, it's a ball. 1-2 count now. See if I can try and show you. Over towards the bullpen. The T-Rex is right over there. You can see him walking into the bullpen now. Sorry for the shaky cam there, but had to give you a little more context into what's happening over by the Pioneers bullpen. It's a 1-2 count, though, for Jones. He gets set. Kicks and deals. That one's outside. It's in the other batter's box. It's going to be ball 2. A lot of fun happening here on the birthday of Stitches. Would like to wish Stitches a happy birthday myself. As Jones looks over, Gonzalez is not getting covered on third base. He's going down the third baseline. That one's hit hard but foul. Just came off too early on the bat, and it's going to remain 2-2. A.J. Lugo is not concerned about third base. He's playing back in the infield in case Oliver Ray were to grab anything and rope it towards them. So Gonzalez could theoretically move almost halfway down this line without having any concern. Jones, delivery. That one swung on and missed for strike number 3, and that gets him out of the top half of the inning. It's still 1-0 Saltcats, but Jacob Jones, with his first punch out of the day, gets them out of there. Coming up for the Pioneers after the break, it's Ryan Kristoff, Nick Spanner getting his first Pioneers at bat, and then it's Tyson Gindrich due up. Back here at Dunn Field for the bottom half of the second inning, as Ryan Kristoff will step up to the plate. Last time up, it was Tom Maynor for the Pioneers, for the Salt Cats in the bottom half of the first. He got 2 punch-outs. Both of them caught the man looking and got through it. So now trying to keep things moving is Ryan Kristoff. He's playing first base today. He's normally the secondary first baseman. As the first pitch comes in there, that one is going to be high for ball number 1. And normally it's either him or it's Gabbianelli who's playing in at first base. Today they give the sign over towards Kristoff as well. You can't forget about Jack Aylward, who sometimes plays over at first base, or he's sometimes the DH. 1-0 count. That one's in there for a strike, and it's going to be 1-1 now. Coming in. Here. As Pioneers look to try and get their first hit on the board, as that one is hit high into the air. It goes towards foul territory. Trying to chase after that one, but not getting over there is Oliver Ray. It's now a 1-2 count coming in for the Pioneer side, and Ryan Kristoff. Menard trying to get his 3rd punch out of the day. He entered in today with 5 Ks. Could get close to that mark if he can get another strikeout here on Kristoff. But Kristoff, he's playing towards the back part of the batter's box. Nick Russo behind the plate here. That one is well away from where he was looking for. Way past Kristoff. It's now a 2-2 count coming in. 2-2 count, no outs. Getting ready for things here is Ryan Kristoff. The step, the kick, the deal from Maynard. Swung on and missed. Too late by Kristoff. That's the 3rd punch out of the day for him. Big strikeout there as Nick Spanner gets ready to step up here for the Pioneers. As I've mentioned before, this is going to be his first at-bat of the season for the Pioneers. Coming from Holy Cross University up on the hill. He looks to bring his expertise to the Pioneers as the 3rd baseman Jackson Grant is playing in for Syracuse. The delivery, that one is right down the middle for strike number 1. 3 straight strikeouts so far from Maynor, as he gets set. The show by Russo. Kick, delivery, that one there for a strike. Delayed strike call there. But now it's an 0-2 count. The corner, they say, got it. 0-2, 1 out. Maynard looking towards Spanner. The throw, that one low for ball number 1. Once again, this is an interleague contest between the Syracuse Salt Cats and the Elmira Pioneers. Limited to just 7 innings here today. But right now, the Salt Cats are leading 1-0, and that's another strikeout coming from Maynard. His 4th punch out of the day, 2 forward, 2 backwards, as it's 2 outs now for the Pioneers. And Tyson Gindrich will try to be the one to take things forward and get the first hit for the Pioneers right now. Nothing on the board. See, gets ready to go. He's playing right field today. That's where he traditionally set up over there. They moved Ferranti over towards center field as Baker's not in the lineup today. Maynard throws. That one's hit hard towards left field. It's going towards foul territory, and it'll drop in foul territory. A hard hit ball foul there coming from Tyson Gindrich. It's a 0-1 count coming in here for him. As the claps come back in. Tyson Gindrich picks up the bat, gets ready to move. Look down. 0-1 count here. Gindrich, a lot of power with that last swing. If he's able to bring it potentially pole side, he could potentially hit into the gap in between the outfielders and get some damage as that one goes high for a ball. 1-1 count now for Tyson Gindrich. Get that righty-lefty matchup here. The throw. That one's hit hard towards center field. Tracking back for that one is Chase Hogland, and he cannot grab it. It goes past his glove towards second, now over towards third. Looking to see where he can go. He slides, and he's in there for a triple. The triple coming in from Tyson Gindrich, the right fielder, right there. And now all of a sudden the Pioneers have the tying run just 90 feet away. Big play there by Tyson Gindrich on the swing. And now Caleb Delaney, opportunity to put the first run on the board. He had a double to start off his Pioneers season. He looks to continue that one here and see how things end up working. Man on third base. That's Tyson Gindrich. First hit let up of the day by Maynor. He's now got to worry about tying run 90 feet away. Interesting note right now is Coach Drum is not the third base coach here today. That one's hit hard by Delaney towards right field. Tracking back for that one is Brian White, and he is able to make the grab. So a close opportunity with a man 90 feet away, but the Pioneers are not able to pick it up. It still remains 1-0 Syracuse lead over the Elmira Pioneers as we head to the top of the third inning. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the third coming up here very shortly as Jacob Jones remains on the mound, and the Pioneers were not able to score following what was a very close triple there by Tyson Gindrich and a hard-hit ball towards right field by Caleb Delaney, but the outfielder was able to make the snag for the Syracuse Saltcats. And that was a big play there. I said it was Brian White. It was actually John Tomshow, the man who came in as the pinch runner. Now coming up, it's going to be Jackson Grant. He's the third baseman here today, and he's ready to get things moving as Jacob Jones looks down. One hit on each side. One by the Syracuse Saltcats. That came off the bat of Eamon Giblin. One by the Pioneers. That's off the wood of Tyson Gindrich. As Jones is going to ask for a new baseball here. It's a 1-0 count coming in this out-of-league game. Anthony Labonte here in the press box to take you through all 7 innings. As 1-0 count coming. Grant, the third baseman here today. The kick and deal. That one is going to be high. Grant flew away from that ball. I assume it's just to reset himself because that one didn't seem as though it was running close. It seemed like just a high fastball. But it's going to be 2-0 count nonetheless. Getting ready. The delivery. That one's going to get the corner for strike number 1 there. Jackson Grant on the season, batting .217. He's got 5 hits on the year. He's played in 9 games. He started in 6. It's a 2-1 count coming for him. The throw from Jones, that one's fouled back. 2-2 now. So what was a hitter's count all of a sudden turns in favor of Jones on the mound. As he gets the ball ready. Getting ready. A stare down from Jones. The kick, the delivery, that one is swung. It's going to go right back towards Esley. Esley tries to reach out for it, but it was in no man's land. That's going to be a single coming in. No opportunity to stretch that one from Jackson Grant. It's a single to start things off for the Saltcats, who look to make a run here to try and extend their lead. Now batting is going to be the 10-hole hitter, Mason Smith, to take things forward. So what could have been a very close opportunity to get the first out of the inning falls backwards for Jones. That was just a well-hit grounder that put him on. Jones stares down. He looks over towards first base to see if Grant's going to make any moves. Important factor of the last inning is that one's hit off the end of the bat. Esley tries to stretch for that one. Once again, not able to go. Grant will not be able to get told to move towards third base. It's now back-to-back singles off of Jones, Smith, and Grant as the top of the order comes in. Tom Show steps up and he fills in for Brian White, who got on to start things off on an error. The 2 errors that placed him towards second base. Then Tom Show came in as the pinch runner, made it all the way around the base path. So no outs still for Jacob Jones, the left-hander. And I was mentioning the lead from Grant, and that's important because Hector Gonzalez last inning got 2 stolen bases on 2 pitches against Jones. The deal, that one's hit high into the air towards foul territory. Trying to get underneath that one is going to be Kristoff. Kristoff gets his glove on it, and he gets the out. And Jones moves over in case of a tag-up attempt to cover third, but it won't be necessary. It's the first out of the inning. Coming off a fly ball there. Over towards first base, and up to bat now is Chase Hagelin, the center fielder, looking to make a move here. Try and get his man on second base home, extend this lead from 1-0 to 2 or even 3-0 with a swing of the bat. Trevor Reed shows as if there's a pickoff attempt. Nothing goes. That one's high. It's ball number 1. Jacob Jones, I mentioned before, entered into this game with a .1 innings pitch, so only 1 out he recorded so far this season, an ERA of 54. But today, that number will be going down, surely, as that one is outside. It's a 2-0 count. And for Jones, it's not been anything that's been kind of a problem for him. It's been the momentum of the other side getting on top of it, and that's what he's been able to hold off in this starting role here today, is that momentum. 2-0 count. That one's outside. It's 3-0 now. Coming for Jones. 3-0, 1 out. Chase Hagelin does not need to swing if he doesn't want to. And in this situation, you don't expect him to. 3-0 count. 1 out. The delivery. That one is down Main Street for strike number 1. That's the pitch that Jones needs, a fastball in there. Just a pitch to reset, but he's still got to get 2 more strikes before he throws his next ball. A shake off of the call from Spanner at home. He gets set. The delivery. Thrown there, swung on and missed. The slider catches him, and it's going to be a 3-2 count coming in. That was a disgusting pitch there by Jacob Jones that caught the batter off guard. Full count now. 1 out. Hagelin, his last time up, flew it out over towards center field, towards Ferranti. That one is hit off the end of the bat. It heads over towards left field. Getting underneath that one is Liam Schott, who makes the reception and gets the second out. A great way from Jones to get back from a 3-0 count into the out, as now up to bat will be Iman Giblin. He was the one who had the RBI single earlier and tries to keep things moving for the Salt Cats. As he gets his tap to the plate, and he plays a little bit further back in the box than other batters do. We see a lot of batters here in the PGCBL and the NYCBL play closer towards the plate, as that one's hit foul opposite field. Just a little late on that one. They play closer to the plate, and that's what allows them to get those corner pitches and send them further. Right now, he's playing just about middle of it, is Giblin. The bat is swinging back and forth there, showing off that wrist rotation. Jones's delivery on the 0-1. That one's in the dirt. Spanner's going to run over to try and grab that one, but it's going to be movement over towards third base and over towards second base. Goes Jackson Grant and Mason Smith. So now it's a 1-1 with men both in scoring position. Man on third, man on second for the Salt Cats. Jones steps off to get his grip on the ball. Sticks for this pitch. 2 outs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jacob Jones trying to get out of this one unscathed as he did last inning. That one is going inside, and it's going to be a ball 2. Last inning, Hector Gonzalez was on third base, and Jones was able to get out with no damage. Right now, it's a man on third and man on second. Jones trying to do a similar fashion thing here. A look down. Jones gets ready. He fires. That one is swung and fouled. Back. It's now 2-2. On any sort of swing, these base runners are charging forward, because if that ball drops or gets past the infield, then all of a sudden, it's going to be a couple runs on the board for Syracuse. They're up by 1 so far. They want to make that even more. Jones takes a breath and throws. That one's hit on the ground. Jones is going to try and crash that one. He does not do so. Trevor Reed goes for it. It's going to be an infield single that scores a run. The throw back over to third, but not in time. So another single comes on for Iman Giblin, and that's another RBI single for him. It's now 2-0 Syracuse lead with men on the corners and just 2 outs in the inning. And up to bat comes Nick Russo. Russo, his last time up, he hit into a double play. Trying not to repeat the same action here. Of course, impossible to get a double play when it's a 2-out count. But nothing on the ground for him that can be grabbed by the infielders. The second RBI of the day for Giblin. That pushes his RBI total. It doubles it, if not triples it, to 3 on the season as the run comes over. The throw down from Spanner over to Reed, not in time though. So first pitch goes for a strike, but it's going to be the man on third and man on second once again. Coming in. Oh, 1 count here for Russo. Once again, last time he was up, it was a 6-4-3 double play. The throw, that one's high. 1-1 now for him. Jones gets ready here. He allowed his first earned run in this inning. Despite 2 on the board, 1 earned, 1 unearned. Is that one swung on and missed? That's strike number 2. 1-2 count here. Jacob Jones trying to get out of this one with just 1 run on the board scored. It's 2-0 lead from the Salt Cats. Jones looks over towards third. Lugo steps over, but it's going to be a step off by Jones. As Jones is looking over for Lugo to get closer to the bag. As moving all the way down there as that one's fouled back. Jackson Grant is moving so far down that baseline, he's turning what could be a 90-foot sprint into maybe just a 45-foot sprint. So if for some reason it's a slow dribbler, he can get home quickly. And it's Jones, 1-2 count, 2 outs. He delivers. That one is high. Towards the eye line, it's a 2-2 count now from Jones. Two outs. Nick Russo wearing 22 himself. Jones fires. That one's hit hard. It heads towards center field. Getting underneath that one is Michael Ferranti. He makes the catch and he gets the out. Only one run scores in the top half of the third, but it's now a 2-0 lead by the Syracuse Salt Cats over the Elmira Pioneers. Due up next for the Pioneers, it's Michael Ferranti, Tobias Waldridge, and Liam Schott. Parenting today can sometimes feel like you're way out in left field. Casa Trinity Prevention wants to give you some backup for when those unexpected hits come your way. The Triple P Positive Parenting Program for families is designed to help parents step up to the plate with confidence. Learn skills that will help your family become stronger, healthier, and more resilient. To learn more, visit casa-trinity.org or email shamungprevention@casa-trinity.org. Thank you, Casa Trinity, for supporting the Elmira Pioneers. And it's Michael Ferranti now stepping up for the Pios to take things forward. He got the last out in the top half of the inning, and yesterday he had a pair of singles to his name. Looks to continue that momentum here today. Getting ready to pitch his Manor, who has been electric so far on the mound. As that one's hit hard, it goes past the third baseline. It's going to be ruled as fair, and Ferranti's going to turn towards two. He gets towards second base. That one was over in the left field corner. It's thrown back in by Graves, and it's going to be a double for Michael Ferranti to start things going. He continues his hot streak with the bat. And now up to bat comes a man that you don't normally see hit. It's Tobias Waldridge, the pitcher, as the extra hitter. taking things going here. It's interesting to see the decision behind this one. You hear from Coach Drum sometimes about how, hey, we're going to start including some pitcher batting practice in things if you guys start continuing to do well, especially the starters. And with Larson Birch's complete game the other day, they decided to do so, as that one's a soft hitter over towards second base, and that allows Ferranti to move over to third. So does his job there is Tobias Waldridge to move Ferranti, and now Liam Schott steps up here for the Pioneers. And Liam Schott, this is his first game started. The only times that he's come in so far this season have been as a pinch hitter. So now he gets his time as a starter here and doesn't have to worry about coming behind someone. Now just on third base is going to be Michael Ferranti as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike numero uno. Liam Schott on the season, he's had 2 at-bats so far, and he's struck out in both of them, as that one is a ball. It's a 1-1 count coming in here for Schott. Schott, low stance, he gets the strike there against him. He held up the bat on this check swing, but looks as though no matter which way, it would have been a strike either way. So now 1-2 count, 1 out. The throw, that one is going to be too high. It's a 2-2 count now coming for Liam Schott. Looking to try and get on base for the first time this season. 2-2. Michael Ferranti currently sits on third base. On deck is Manny Esley to go back to the top of the order. The throw, that one is outside. It's a 3-2 count now. Good attempt to frame by Nick Russo, but does not go in their favor for the Salt Cats. It's now a full count. 1 out. Looking down towards home is Tom Minar. He gets himself together. They throw. That one's hit hard there by Schott. It heads over towards second base, and it's going to be a sacrifice there that allows Michael Ferranti to score and puts the first run on the board for the Pioneers. So while Schott may not get on base, he will get the RBI there as the Pioneers now cut the deficit down to 1. It's 2-1. Syracuse Saltcats lead with 2 outs as Manny Esley steps up to the plate. Manny Esley, last time he was up, he had a grounder that went towards second base on his first pitch that he saw. So he's ready to swing no matter what here in a 2-1 ball game. Esley swings that one back. As Esley's been trying to work on that swing. He's thought about adding in a toe tap. He's talked with Coach Drum about. Coach Drum, of course, big hitting coach. Here is it's 0-1 count coming in for Esley. Maynard delivers. That one is in there for another strike. It's second strike of the at-bat. 2 pitches seen, 2 strikes coming in. 0-2 count. Bottom of the third. Pioneers scored 1 already. It was Michael Ferranti going on home as that one is outside, ball 1. 1-2 count coming in. Pioneers on the day. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors. The throw. That one swung on and missed for strike number 3, and that's the 5th punch out of the day for Maynard. He ties his season numbers as we head to the top of the 4th. It's 2-1 Syracuse lead here at Dunn Field. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Back here for the top of the fourth inning, and it's a new arm on the mound, and this is not one that you may expect to be coming on the mound, but for a game like this, that's where you kind of see who can come out of the bullpen. And for the Pioneers, it's Jack Tubman, the right-hander, who normally plays in the outfield. He normally plays, as he did yesterday, in left field. He's going to try and take this through as we head into the fourth inning of the seven-inning contest. We just crossed towards the halfway point. As now batting coming up for the Syracuse Saltcats is going to be Sean Stoney to take things forward. Hector Gonzalez currently waits on deck. Top half of the fourth inning. First pitch, that one's high for ball number one. So the first pitch from Jack Tubman, a little too high. And that's something you may expect from someone in the outfield to maybe have to try and set himself back into a pitcher's mindset. The second throw, that one also high. It's 2-0 now for the batter as Jack Tubman's first two pitches just go a little bit too high. I know I played in the outfield when I played baseball, and there's no way I could get on that mound. So a lot of props over to Jack Tubman as that one goes in for his first strike of the day. It's a 2-1 count now. Coming for the batter here in Sean Stoney. His last time up, he hit a line ball over towards Trevor Reed at second base. The throw, that one in the zone. Strike number two. It's a 2-2 count now. Tubman, 2-2. Steps, delivers. That one swung on and missed for strike number three. Tubman gets the out there. His first strikeout of the day. His first strikeout as a pitcher for the Pioneers. Only the things that you'd see here in an interleague game against the NYCBL. Jack Tubman forces Sean Stoney to chase, and he gets the punch out. One out here coming as Hector Gonzalez is now up. He walked his first time. First pitch for a ball. 2-1 lead Syracuse. They scored their second run in the top of the third inning. Elmira answered back with one of their own. So it still remains a one-run lead. That one's high. Spanner doing a good job making sure the umpire's all set because that was a high pitch. Didn't want to hit him in the helmet. Tubman stands directly on the rubber before he moves down towards the side of it. That one's high. Oftentimes what you see is the guys kind of stand in front of the rubber and move down, but with a position player, you know, it's whatever's comfortable for them. Gonzalez, 3-0. He squares for a bunt. It's going to be the first strike of the at-bat. He pulled it back. There, 3-1 count now coming for Hector Gonzalez. He was able to steal two bags when he got on base. Now he gets low. 3-1. Delivery, that one. Ball four. He'll get on base for a second time with a walk, and Tubman lets up his first base runner. Is now coming up is going to be Aaron Graves, the left fielder for the Syracuse Saltcats to take things forward here. Jack Tubman gets ready as Graves. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Hector's going. That one's high. Spanner does not try to throw. Third stolen base of the day for Hector Gonzalez. Absolute wheels, and he's done it on 3 pitches. 1-0 count. For Hector Gonzalez, a big stolen base there as he entered into the day with just 4. Now he moves that total up to 7. That's the most stolen bases on the entire team for the Syracuse Saltcats. It's 2-0 count now as that pitch was just off target by Tubman. Gonzalez is running again. The throw down over to Lugo. Not in time. Gonzalez, 4 steals on the day. He's looking like Ricky Henderson on the base path. A man now occupies third base for the Saltcats with a 3-0 count coming here. Aaron Graves. His last time he was up, he flew one out that was caught by Spanner at home plate. There's an arm currently warming up for the Pioneers. That one's high. It's ball 4. Another walk, or excuse me, it's a 3-1 count now. They did call a strike in there. So 3-1 coming in for the batter. Tubman did get a strike on that one. The pitch. Swung on and missed. That's strike number 2. I don't know how you folks listening here today, and we thank you for listening, feel about position players pitching, but I always enjoy it when they can find some success, especially here with the Pioneers. Jack Tubman, opportunity to get things moving. That one swung on a miss. It's strikeout number 2 of the inning. 2 Ks coming for Jack Tubman. As now, coming up to bat is Oliver Ray, and it's going to be a meeting at the mound here. Jack Aylward is actually walking over towards the mound to talk to Tubman. What a game here today at an interleague contest, as it's a full infield meeting with Tubman. Have to wonder what Jack Aylward is telling to his traditionally left fielder, now pitcher here today. As Ray's last time up, he struck out. That was against Jacob Jones, the relief pitcher. So, not one of the traditional assistant coaches that you see, but Jack Aylward will do his best here as he walks off the field. What a day here today at Dunn Field. Stitches' birthday alongside its Texas Roadhouse free kids meal night. A picnic with Guthrie, and Jack Aylward is the assistant coach walking out there talking to the pitcher. Tubman kicks and deals as that one's outside. Jack Aylward, normally playing first or DH, stepping up into a new role here today, and that's what makes these games so entertaining. As it's a 1-0 count. 2 outs. Pitch outside. 2-0 now. For Tubman, as there is an arm warming out in the bullpen. Potential opportunity to keep things moving here. Tubman looks down. He steps. He delivers. That one is there for a strike. It's 2-1 now on the count. Two-one count going against Oliver Ray. Jack Tubman, the 2 outs of this inning have been by the strikeout. As Gonzalez moves over, the throw over comes to Lugo. Lugo was not even close to third base. Tubman's just working on that step-off move in case he needs it in a big game situation, maybe against an Auburn or a Jamestown or even Batavia. Top 4 here. 2-1 count. The delivery swung on and missed. That one was going outside the zone. It's 2-2 now. Tubman takes his breath. He steps on the rubber. as the fans look to get into this one. 2-1 lead by the Syracuse Saltcats. The pitch, that one's outside. It's a full count now. Jack Tubman on the mound here in an interleague game against the Syracuse Saltcats. That one swung. It's high into the air towards foul territory. Spanner runs over. No opportunity to get that one. It's going to be a full count still coming up here. Coach Strum going into his bag of tricks through this one with the Pioneers. Jack Tubman, the pitcher here today, is the home plate umpire, is checking the baseball before he gives it back to Tubman. Syracuse Saltcats of the NYCBL facing the Elmira Pioneers of the PGCBL. The throw, that one's outside. It's ball number 4. So a full count walk comes in here as Ray makes his first time on the base path, and Jackson Grant is up next. Man on first, man on third coming up here. As Tubman remains in this one. Have to wonder what Coach Drum's thinking in terms of how this one will go, or what even Coach Aylward, who we saw meet Tubman on the mound, is looking for, as that one's outside for a ball. And as Ray comes in here. Ray walked on that last one. He went to the same high school as Spanner. That one is outside, ball 2. 2-0 count coming in here. Tubman getting told from Spanner to settle in here. Get ready to go. Look back, look down. Tubman, kick, delivery, outside. 3-0 now. As all of a sudden, 4 straight balls coming in from Jack Tubman. Trying to get things going as the T-Rex is back over towards the dugout. That's 4 pitches, and that's a walk. Now the bases are loaded for Tubman. Following a 4-pitch walk, as right now over at the dugout of the Elmira Pioneers, it's a T-Rex and Dewey currently standing over there. Still no sign of Coach Drum. He hasn't been on third base. He also wasn't out there to talk to Tubman. His first pitch goes for a strike, so after a 4-pitch walk, Tubman gets his first strike. Have to wonder where Coach Drum is right now, because you know he's drawing up some plays in terms of getting Tubman on the mound. As Gonzalez is going to try and steal home. The throw comes in. The tag from Spanner. Not in time. The ump swipes the hands and gets the safe call. Hector Gonzalez gets his 3rd stolen base of the time on the base path, and that's stealing home. The first time someone's stolen home at Dunn Field this season. And the T-Rex is throwing up his hand in disbelief. He does not believe it. Dewey is currently putting the thumbs down. They're very upset as the home plate umpire will dust off the plate. The fans are booing. They did not like the call there, but it's now a 3-1 lead by the Syracuse Saltcats. Gonzalez steals home. As the throw from Tubman, that one swung foul. It's an 0-2 count now here. For Jackson Grant. He had a single his last time up. He started off the 3rd inning. Trying to get things moving here. 0-2. Pitch. Down in the dirt. That's a ball. Spanner steps up to get it. Spanner not able to get the tag on Gonzalez. Gonzalez was able to get home on a stolen base of home. First time that's happened here at historic Dunn Field all season. First time it's happened with the Pioneers game all season. 1-2 count. The throw, that one's hit right back over to Tubman. It gets past him. It goes into the center field, and it's going to be another single coming in here for Grant. He turns as if he's going for two, but it's a two-run single coming in, and all of a sudden, the Pioneers are now down 5-1 here in this contest. Big swing there by Grant. And all of a sudden, Aylward comes out, and so does the T-Rex. What an interesting sort of dynamic here, as it seems as though a new arm is coming in for the team. I'll get you the name on that one here very shortly there, as this has just been an interesting game. The grab comes there. Great pitching performance by Jack Tubman to get the couple of outs. As Spanner begins to talk to his pitcher, Aylward talks with the home plate umpire, maybe about the mascot being on the field. You want to see the mascots off the field, but have to see just how this develops here. As once again, it's a 5-1 lead. We're going to stay here for this quick pitching break, as Will Nee is going to be the new pitcher coming in for this one. William Nee steps up here. His last time that he ended up pitching was in the game against Auburn here at Dunn Field. Tough outing for him, but he was able to get out of that one. Opportunity to come in as the Pioneers are currently down by a couple runs. 3 earned runs go against Jack Tubman, along with 1 hit through just 2/3 of an inning pitched. He'll get pinned with a pair of walks, as well as a pair of strikeouts. As things continue here, Coach Nasty Nate able to get that one over to the coach, as things keep happening here today. It's Stitches' birthday. It's a lovely day here at Dunn Field. All of a sudden, Dewey is now booing the home plate umpire. Dewey, the Muck Dogs mascot, is booing the home plate umpire. He imitates as if he's throwing out the umpire and walking away with his head held high. What an interesting game here today from the Elmira Pioneers. It's surely a fun one if you are watching back at home. A man currently sits on first base. Says it was all the way, and I want to correct myself. It was Grant that actually walked. It was a 2-run single by Mason Smith, his second single of the day. As now up to bat comes Tom Show, who looks to get things moving. He came in as a pinch runner. He made it all the way home, but his first time up at bat was a fly out as William Nee steps and delivers. That one hits off the helmet of Tom Show. It was running from Smith. He gets to second base nonetheless, and hit by pitch. First pitch from him goes and hits Tom Show in the head. So Smith moves over towards second base. Tom Show moves to first. As up to bat now comes Chase Haglum to get things moving. Interesting strategy from Coach Drum, putting Jack Tubman in for 2/3 of an inning. That one runs inside. Will Nee looks at a 1-0 count. Will Nee with one of the great looks of baseball. He's got some tattoos all over him, including some towards the neck. Just way to put some fear in the batter's eyes as the run comes over. That one is well outside from Nee. Nee's going to come home. All of a sudden, Grant is going to try and throw it. Spanner cannot get the wild pitch, and it's going to be a run scored on the board. Now it's 6-1 lead by the Syracuse Saltcats on the wild pitch that got Mason Smith all the way from second to home, and it moved Tom Show over to third base. So now it's a man occupying third with a 6-1 lead by the Syracuse Saltcats. 2-0 count. Knees delivery. That one's high. 3-0 count. Following the first batter he faced was a hit by pitch. Knee. Kicks and deals. That one is in there for a strike. First strike of the relief appearance for William Knee. As the Pioneers look to try and get the third out here. That one in the dirt, ball 4. It's a walk by William Knee. It's now a man on first, man on third for the Syracuse Saltcats. And coming up to bat now is Iman Giblin to take things forward. 2 outs. A lovely middle of June day here in Elmira, New York. June 17th, the date, as the throw over from Knee, not in time. 0-0 count, 2 outs. William Knee looks to get the final out of the inning. He steps and delivers. It's a steal attempt coming over there and running on his way home, and he's going to get home there is Tom Show. All of a sudden, moving over towards third base is Haglard, and it isn't Haglum, and now it is a man on third base, and it's a 7-1 lead by the Syracuse Saltcats. It's a 6-run inning, and it's a meeting on the mound coming here for William Knee. Haglum just 90 feet away from making an 8-1 lead here in the top of the 4th inning. What a game we've seen so far here today. We've seen just about the whole gamut of things that happen in baseball besides an infield fly, as that one goes for a strike. 2-1 count now coming for, 1-1 count now coming for Knee, as he looks to try and get out of this one. 1-1 count, 2 outs. The throw, that one gets the corner for the strike. Spanner with a good job framing. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Knee stares down Spanner, trying to get the punch out, get the third out of the inning and get out of this one, only allowing 5 for the Pioneers. As the throw comes in, that one, check swing, holds back. Did not even come close there. It's a 2-2 count. Big game here today. That pitch comes in, and that's going to be strike number 3. It's the strikeout for William Knee. He gets his first punch out, and the Pioneers get out of this one, but they let up 5. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's the bottom half of the 4th. Pioneers are currently trailing 7-1. We're back here at Dunfield. They finish off a game of musical chairs between the mascots as the canine ends up winning and his helmet comes off. I will not show that. We have to protect the identity of the mascots. As coming up now is going to be Trevor Reed. What a game today has been for the Pioneers. It's not necessarily in their favor in terms of the score, but it's some interesting factors that they've kind of looked at to see how things would roll as the first pitch is swung on a miss for strike number 1 from Trevor Reed. In this game so far, it's been 3 different pitchers for the Pioneers. Jacob Jones started things off. William Nee ended the last inning, but the big point of emphasis in that last inning was the 2/3 innings that Jack Tubman pitched. He's normally the left fielder, so interesting strategy by the Pioneers. 0-2 count here for Reed. Reed swings and misses for strike number 3. Yet another punch-out comes in here against the Pioneers there. And it's going to be a great swing and miss there from Reed as Maynard now improves his strikeout count over to 6. He doubles his count on the season and even more as he entered today with just 5 strikeouts. Now he makes that up to 11 as A.J. Lugo steps up to the plate to try and get a hit for the Pioneers. They just have 2 in this contest. As getting ready for this one. It's the first pitch there in the zone for strike number 1. 0-1 count coming here for A.J. Lugo, who's playing third base today. He struck out his last time up. Watch strike 3 go by him as that one is there, and it does not hit the bottom corner. Maybe gets to the plate, but not high enough. It's a 1-1 count coming here. The lights here are on at Dunfield as we cross over the 8 o'clock hour. It's the 1-1 count. That one low, ball. 2-1. 2-1 count. 1 out. The infielders play further back. As interesting there, you see Jackson Grant joining alongside as they do the little Adams family chant in the crowd. He's giving a little clap, clap there. 3-1 count coming for A.J. Lugo. A lot of fun here today at Dunfield. And you can join in on the fun through the entire season. If you call the box office, 607-734-2690. As that one's is low, it's going to be ball 4. And all of a sudden, it's a man on first base. It's A.J. Lugo going up there as now he takes a walk. And Ryan Kristoff steps up to take this one here. It's interesting to see if the Pioneers end up going with any pinch hitters or anything like that in this contest. Given the 6-run cushion that the Saltcats currently have, this one an out-of-league game, so only 7 innings. The Saltcats of the NYCBL, the Elmira Pioneers, the PGCBL. That one's hit hard by Kristoff. It goes towards center field. Try to track on that one, and able to grab it is going to be Chase Hagelin as he throws it in. And returning back to first base is A.J. Lugo. He got a very strong lead there. In case it did fall, he could have made it all the way home. But not the case there. Just a fly out from Kristoff. And coming up to the plate now is going to be Nick Spanner. As there are currently 2 outs on the board between these 2 sides. Spanner steps up to the plate as we crossed over the halfway point here. Pioneers getting limited in innings to try and make up this deficit. The throw, that one's hitting the dirt. It heads over towards the shortstop there, and Smith, who flips it on over towards first base. And it's going to be in time, grabbed by Oliver Ray on the stretch. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. It's 7-1 Syracuse lead here at Dunfield as we take a quick break, and we'll head back to the top of the 5th right after this. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Back here at Dunfield, a new arm once again for the Pioneers, and this time it's Ryan Gabbianelli, who normally plays first base, but today will take a step on the mound to take things further for the Pioneer squad. It's a 7-1 lead currently by the Syracuse Saltcats here in the out-of-conference game. 7-1 lead currently in this one. Syracuse in the NYCBL and the Pioneers in the PGCBL. This one only a 7-inning game, so just a couple more innings to go through here as Gabbianelli throws the pitch. That one's thrown down, and Spanner gets the throw down as it's going to be a meeting in the mound before two sides continue to work here to see. Let's see what Spanner is going to tell towards his pitcher there. As up to bat is Nick Russo for the Syracuse Saltcats. He was the lone player to not get up in the last inning. See how his first plate appearance in this inning is going to go, and the first batter that Gabbianelli is going to see all year. I mean, you talk about the position players. They were able to get some damage. They ended up getting 2 strikeouts as that one's inside. It's ball number 1. That one ran a little too far inward there. So William Nee steps out. He won a third of an inning. We'll see if he gets credit with any runs. Most likely not. That one is hit off the hands there of Nick Russo on the attempted swing. So it'll be a hit by pitch, and it moves him over to first base as Sean Stoney, who started off the last inning with a strikeout, gets to go. They're going to talk and see. If it hit off the knob of the bat, then it would be a strike. So he may have to go back over to home plate. Have to wait and see on the ruling. It's the home plate umpire and the first base umpire moving to second if it is a man on first. As they do award him with the base. They say it's a hit by pitch. As it's an argument on the side by the coaches. They're saying that it was on the swing. It should have been a strike. Not going to go in their favor, though. It's a man on first base as Gabbianelli lets on his first base runner. So still no outs, man on first as Stoney's up to bat. The first pitch right down Main Street for strike number 1. And what better pitch could you see from Ryan Gabbianelli than a fastball strike right on the middle? 0-1 count, no outs. Getting a little bit of a lead over there is Russo, the catcher. He takes the secondary step. Swung on a miss from Stone. That's 2 strikes now from Gabbianelli. Oh, 2 count. No outs, top half of the 5th. Man on first base. Gabbianelli working from the stretch. He throws. That one is fouled away. I say working from the stretch, but he's got a slower delivery. So it's a still 0-2 count. Gabbianelli throwing a couple of fastballs here. Wonder if he tries to go with something different. Do we see that elusive knuckle or palm ball from Ryan Gabbianelli? Maybe even a split finger as the throw comes in. That one's a fastball again. It's going to be a ball throw down there towards Trevor Reed. As it's going to be a stolen bag now. Comes from Nick Russo. 1-2 count. As it's a timeout, as we're going to see here. Seems like there was a little discomfort when he slid into the bag there from Nick Russo. Hope that he's okay there at second base. It's a 1-2 count. Let's say he's good. He just had to shake it off. As it will be the athletic trainer coming out, though, to see if Russo is okay. It's going to hold off this at-bat against Stone in a 1-2 count that Gabbianelli was working his fastball well on. And he looks as though he is stepping off here. See if there's a new base runner. Looks like there will be. For the side. As it's going to be number 2-5, it seems, coming to fill into the spot for them. It would be Aiden Lopez to be the pinch runner coming in for Nick Russo. Aiden Lopez, normally a pitcher, but now coming in as the pinch runner. Number 25 for the Salt Cats. 1-2 count coming for Sean Stone. 1-2 count. Gabbianelli throws. That one runs inside again, coming very close to hitting Stoney. 2-2 count. The fastball of Gabbianelli is getting away from him. Two, no outs. Man on second. That one is hit high and foul. Hits right off our press box. Does not come in, though. Very close to coming into my window over here. Got a hold of that one, but it'll still be a 2-2 count. When the man on second, that's Lopez. 2-2, no outs. The throw, that one, high. Full count now. That ball, if I reached my arm out, I probably could have grabbed it, but I was not trying to do that today because it looked like an absolute screamer. I don't have the same guts as Coach Drum did yesterday on some ground balls. So that one is hit high and foul. So that one is going to remain a full count now for Gabbianelli. Syracuse Saltcats currently lead 7-1. They had a 5-run top half of the fourth. Trying to make some more damage. Man in scoring position. That's Aiden Lopez, who came in as a pinch runner. 3-2. The throw. That one's high. It's a walk. Gabbianelli's going to speak with Spanner as they walk a little bit closer to each other, but no mound visit. So coming up now for the Saltcats is going to remain Hector Gonzalez, who's had a great day so far. He's walked twice. He ended up stealing home as well. He's got 5 steals on the day. So he's been able to run around the base path. I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. He's looked like Ricky Henderson on the baseline, being able to steal any base that he chooses, as that one's outside for ball number 1. I mean, you look at the first time he was on the base path, it took just 2 pitches for him to get from first to third. The bunt looks squared. Pull back, but still going to be a strike. 1-1 count. Gabbianelli's still looking to get his first out of the inning. So they get ready to go. The throw from Gabbianelli. Outside. 2-1 now. Gabbianelli trying to get Gonzalez to chase. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Gonzalez squats low in his stance. The throw, that one's high again. It's over towards the eye line. 3-1 count now. Gabbianelli looks down. He does not want to walk the base with the bases loaded now if it does come to that. The pitch. That one's high again. Now the bases are loaded. It's a 5-pitch walk. So now the bases are completely juiced for Gabbianelli. And it's 3 players coming out to discuss with Gabbianelli. It's Aylward, and I'll get some face recognition in a second here. They're discussing. It looks like it's as well Brennan Hayes and another player in there. So not often you see 3 coaches come out to discuss with the pitcher. So getting word from our statistician here in the press box, it's Brandon Dubeck as well. So Hayes, Dubeck, and Aylward talking to Ryan Gabbianelli. For context, that's normally a first baseman, a pitcher, and a catcher talking to a guy who's pitching who normally plays first base, as the second base umpire breaks it all up and continues to talk to Gabbianelli about what specifically, who knows, as they chase around. They wave a hand over to make sure everything's okay. Bases are currently loaded. It's a 7-1 lead for the Syracuse Saltcats, as up to bat now comes Aaron Graves. Gabbianelli looking for his first out of the inning, as that one's fouled high and away. First strike of this at-bat. It's a first pitch strike that helps Gabbianelli a lot, especially when the fastball needs to hit its zone, as he delivers another fastball. That's high into the air. It heads over towards there. It's going to be an infield fly rule. As I mentioned before, we hadn't seen one yet, and right there it will be the call. Manny Esley, though, does come down with a catch. That's the first out of the inning. Now up is going to be Oliver Ray, who last time up he ended up walking and went around the base path. It's a discussion there from Graves and Ray telling what to watch out for with Gabbianelli, and I could probably tell you what to watch out for, and that's the fastball. First pitch. That one's high. 1-0. Count. Bases are completely juiced for the Syracuse Saltcats, who currently lead 7-1 over the Elmira Pioneers. The step and deal, that one is high. So players that play towards the inner part of the box have been stepping out on the right side from Gabbianelli. He's trying to work that right corner. That's a little hard with a fastball. 2-0 count. Ryan Gabbianelli kicks and deals. That one is low. 3-0 count now coming in. We thank all of you watching here for this contest. It's an interleague matchup between the NYCBL and the Syracuse Saltcats and the PGCBL and the Elmira Pioneers. I'm Anthony Labonte, as it's 3-0 count. That pitch, it's not hit corner. It's going to be ball 4. Gabbianelli walks the run in there. So Oliver Ray will get the RBI. It's now 8-1, as it's going to be a new arm coming in for the Pioneers. Gabbianelli not able to get the job done, as we'll see how things end up going. Discussion on the mound here. We'll stay here for the in between just for a little bit just to see what happens as it's a sprint out from the bullpen to get to the mound here. Absolutely pumped to go into this one. It's a single digit. Discussion comes in here to see how things end up happening. They throw things off. It's Michael Gardner who is pitching for the Elmira Pioneers. The shortstop normally, Michael Gardner, sprinted from the bullpen to get to the mound to get ready to pitch in this one with bases loaded. Another position player coming in for the Elmira Pioneers. Michael Gardner, as he also looks to get the fastball. He sprinted all the way from the bullpen to the mound. I hope that he does not get too tired to get these last two outs. As for Gabbianelli, he goes to third. He allows a run here in the 8-1 ball game. Bases are still loaded here. And Michael Gardner enters with 3 inherited runners. Hopefully Gardner can keep this one moving because my scorebook is currently getting loaded with names. I have the scorebook that Bob Carpenter uses, and right now I just have 2 remaining spots for relievers. So we'll have to see how things go. Eight-1 lead. Syracuse scored following that bases loaded walk from Gabbianelli. And it's Michael Gardner now on the mound. He looks against his first batter of this contest. And it's going to be Jackson Grant to step things up. He had a single earlier. He also walked. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. So, Gardner not able to get his first pitch of the season to go for a strike. See if he can do it on pitch number 2. That one is more outside. It's a 2-out count now with Michael Gardner on the mound. The third positional player for the Elmira Pioneers on the day. It started with Jack Tubman, then it moved to Ryan Gabbianelli, and now it is Michael Gardner who is having a trouble getting outside of that left side of the batter's the right side of the batter's box against the lefty. It's a 3-0 count. He does not want to do another 4-pitch walk, as that one is right in the heart of the plate for strike number 1. Big pitch there by Michael Gardner, gets the strike. And for a guy who has hit a home run at Dunfield, he looks to knock one over. That one is ball 4. It's going to be another run scored on the board. It's 9-1 now. Saltcats lead. As some of the fans in the crowd are not too happy with the ruling of that pitch. They said that the umpire should have ruled it a strike, as it's a 9-1 count. Right, it's a 9-1 lead right now for the Saltcats, as that one goes for a ball. As this has just been an interesting game so far from the Pioneers. As Gardner has put the hands out, like, where did that miss? And I don't know his thought process, but that one looked like it was completely inside the other batter's box, as that one's hit off the end of the bat. It goes out into the outfield, and Smith is going to have another hit on the day. That scores 1 run. The second run is going to come on in home. It's a 2-run single again for Mason Smith. His second one of the day. He has 4 RBIs on 3 hits. It is now 11-1 lead for the Syracuse Saltcats over the Elmira Pioneers. Now the bases are not loaded. There's a man on first, a man on second. 11-1. Syracuse lead. Reminder that this game does not count in terms of the standings for the West Division. So that one goes for a ball. For those who are wondering about the mascots, Dewey and the T-Rex have gone away. Don't know where they ended up going, but seems to be a new instance here. 2-0 count. Michael Gardner pitches for a strike. 2-1 count now, going against John Tomshow as the pitch comes in. That one's hit off the end of the bat. It heads over towards right field, trying to get under that one, and he gets the track down. It's Tyson Gindrich. The throw comes back in. No chance to get the double play. It's a tag up there on second base. Spanner has to get that one. A miscommunication on who's covering where. And it was Gardner moving over towards home. It's now a man on first, man on third. As now up is going to be Chase Huglin for the opposing side. 2 outs in this contest. Gardner gets his first out of the half inning. Ryan Gabbianelli got the first one on an infield fly. Gardner got the second. He looks to try and get the third. The look back, the kick, the delivery. That one is outside. As it's going to be a 1-0 count. That one's hit hard. It goes into the outfield. It's going to be 1 run scoring. It's a 12-1 lead now for the Syracuse Saltcats. Off the single by John Tomshow. Hagelin was that one. Eamon Giblin will be the one to come up now. Trying to get another run. Man on second, man on first, as it's currently a 12-1 lead by the Syracuse Saltcats in this contest. The Pioneers had a big win over the Auburn Double Days yesterday. And today it seems as though that energy just shifted in favor of Syracuse. Jack Tubman, Gabbianelli, and Gardner all played in the game yesterday, but have not been able to translate their success yesterday onto the mound here today. Gardner's throw, that one is hit foul. So 1-2, and you expect players that have that sort of drive as they did yesterday to go on the mound here today and get those throws. But apparently when your left fielder, shortstop, and first baseman are not in their regular positions, they just are not pitching as well. And pitch comes in there, and it's the high ball. 2-2, 2 outs. Two men on second, man on first. The throw from Gardner. That one goes into the outfield. It's going to drop in between 3 fielders as it's going to be another run scored. It's 13-1 now. Syracuse lead. What a hit there by Aiden Lopez, who stepped up. From Iman Giblin, who stepped up. As now it's Aiden Lopez coming to the plate. 13-1 lead. Syracuse Saltcats. It's a man on first, man on third. As that one hits the corner for strike number 1. I guess the question becomes, do you use Tubman, Gardner, or Gabbianelli later in the season as a relief pitcher? And from what has happened here today, it's very hard to get a full reading of all 3 of those players. I think we have established that Jack Aylward should be an assistant coach. So that one goes for strike number 2. 1-2 count, 2 outs. A 6-run top half of the 5th by the Syracuse Saltcats. The throw, that one is high. Two count. The pitch and the delivery. That one's hit high into the air and towards the outfield. It's going to drop on in. It goes past Trevor Reed, who is there in shallow right, and another run scores. It's 14-1 Syracuse lead. The NYCBL team is currently beating the Elmira Pioneers by 13 runs as there looks to be a walkout, and it's going to be a new arm coming in to try and get this last out. Michael Gardner will step off. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's going to be the new arm coming in for the Pioneers to take things forward. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Back here at Dunn Field, it's the fourth positional pitcher coming in. It's Alex Davis. Let's see if he can get control of this ball and get another out here. As the umpires continue to discuss. Right now, it is currently 14-1. Syracuse lead. Man on first, man on third. 2 outs. Top 5. Have to wonder what they're discussing about there as Alex Davis, with his walk-up song of Return of the Mac, as now up here for the first pitch there is going to be Stoney, as that one goes for a strike. So unlike Michael Gardner, Alex Davis gets his first pitch strike in his first pitching performance of the PGCBL season. That one is there for a strike. That one looked like it could have been a little bit inside, but they give the 2-strike call there. Alex Davis looking to punch out Sean Stoney. Stoney struck out to Tubman. Can Davis get one of his own? The kick, the deal, that one is high. 1-2. You have to wonder if the umpires may extend their zone considering how large of a lead this one is. I wouldn't like to see that because that gets a little bit of the integrity of the game out of it, but it's now a 2-2 count coming in. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Davis throws that one. It heads over to third base. A.J. Lugo grabs it, throws it over. Ryan Kristoff gets the third out, and that'll get out of this one. It's the end of the top of the 5th. Syracuse currently leads 14-1 as the Pioneers get ready to bat to come back into this one. Back here, bottom 5, up to pitch now. Looks as though it's going to be Griffin Blom, as Tyson Gindrich will be the one to go here to get things moving for the Pioneers. They want to get some runs on the board now after what was an eventful top half of the inning. 7 runs scored by Syracuse. As the pitch comes in, it's outside. It's ball number 1. Here, Pioneers won yesterday against this one, as that one's ball 2. 2-0 count. The throw, that one swung on and missed. It's 2-1. The umpires were discussing with Coach Aylward, Coach Hayes, and Coach Duback before the start of this half inning. Have to wonder what it was. Gindrich swings and that one is fouled back. It's 2-2. Have to make a note here. On deck, Cannon Van Duzer. 2-2 count. Van Duzer, he was the guy who normally played on the position, as that one swung and missed by Gindrich for the first out. So Pioneers coming up as Van Duzer's here and his family's in the crowd as part of the Guthrie picnic that happened here today. As it's 0-0-1 out in terms of the count. Van Duzer looking to get some action on the board. His first pitch that he watches is a strike on the corner. The corners have seemed to be the sweet spot for these umpires at home. As first pitch after the strike is a ball. That one's too far out. 1-1 count, 1 out. That pitch is right down the middle for a strike. And Cannon Van Duzer did play first base, so hitting is in his wheelhouse. 1-2 count. Looking for out number 2 is the new pitcher, and Van Duzer watches strike 3 go past him. That's the second out of the inning after Caleb Delaney was pinch hit for with Cannon Van Duzer. Now coming up is going to be Michael Ferranti, who his last time up, he had a double. Looking to continue that to cut this lead down from 13 by the Sulcat, maybe even down to 12 as the pitch comes in. That one is up high. It's ball number 1. As the fans chant in the crowd, see what can happen here. The throw, that one's outside. 2-0 count now. Syracuse Saltcats come into Dunn Field and put up 14 on the Pioneers. That one inside for a strike. As it's 2-1 now, going against Michael Ferranti. Ferranti swings at that one. That one's hit high and foul. Michael Ferranti, a lot of power in that swing. Trying to get things moving. It's a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Griffin is trying to get his third out. Griffin Blum. On deck is Tobias Waldridge. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Step, delivery, outside pitch. 3-2, full count for Michael Ferranti. Three-two count. The throw. That one hit foul again. It goes into the netting right behind home plate. Blum has to find his spot here if he wants to get the third out. Michael Ferranti, big swings of the bat here, has gotten the foul ball. He could hit one in play and start a rally for the Pioneers to try and come back down by 13. The throw from Blum. That one hits off of Ferranti's back, and Ferranti's going to head over to first base. And that's just the start that the Pioneers are hoping for that could bring a fourth rally. As stepping up now, Tobias Waldridge. His first time up, he was a sacrifice hit his way. He can't do a sacrifice here because a sacrifice hit here means nothing. It's not a sacrifice. It gets the out. Waldridge steps up and is ready to go. We'll see if they try to send Ferranti. He takes his steps. That one swung on. It heads over towards first base. Grabbing that one is Ray. He flips it on over to Blum for the third out. There as it ends the fifth inning. There. Big out there by the Syracuse Saltcats. And now they get prepared here. So the coaches walk off the field. We'll stay here for a little bit and we'll see if Davis ends up coming on. I'll let you folks watch the kids run here. We'll hold off the mid-inning break for a little bit longer as we head into the top of the sixth. As we'd also like to thank Curran Power Sports for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers. You can find them in Pine City, New York, and at Wellsboro, PA. As the kids run starts, Stitches is off to a hot start. The kid in gray is now trying to catch up to him. He's going even further. He's trying to get past him. He gets past Stitches. He's moving all the way. Is he going to win the kids race? He's moving all the way over, and he wins that one. Big win for the man in gray as he runs all his way over to the dugout, and the kids run all over the field. Absolutely enjoyable scenes here at Dunn Field as over on third base, the Dunn Diva is helping a young child run across the field to get through this one. A lot of things happening here at Dunn Field. If you want to join the kids run, you can come to a game here because season tickets are still available for the Elmira Pioneers, starting at just $99. You can call 607-734-2690 to get your tickets today. If you have little ones, they can join in on the kids run. Alex Davis stays on the mound for the Pioneers. So 14-1 lead by the Saltcats here on the top of the sixth. As we continue to move here through this contest. Just 7 innings here in this contest in an interleague contest between the PGCBL and the NYCBL. As it's there's a straggler just running past here. So I have to give props to the kid in gray who made it all the way around the outside of the bases to be the first one to get there. But now coming up to bat here for the Saltcats is going to be Hector Gonzalez. First pitch strike there from Alex Davis. And Alex Davis, he got that last out in the top half of the fifth, trying to get another out here. That one very close to being outside the corner, but it clips it, and it's going to be strike number 2. Spanner reaches glove out. Good framing from him. 0-2 count. Davis kicks and deals. That one is fouled. Hits off of Gonzalez. It'll remain 0-2. Delivery from Davis. That one's high. It's 1-2. Kicks and deals. That one there for strike number 3. Gonzalez watches that one go past him for the third strike. Big strikeout by Davis for the first out of the inning. 14-1 lead from Syracuse, but 1 out now down. As up to bat comes Aaron Graves to take things forward. Davis gets ready to go. He steps back, he kicks, he deals. Swung on a miss. Davis has been a strike machine right now. If he was a lefty, you'd probably compare him to the big unit, Randy Johnson. 0-1 count. The throw, low. So just as I say that, he throws a ball, but Davis got the first out here on strikes. Trying to get the second out on it as well. The throw, swung on a missed. Too early from Graves. 1-2 count. 1 out. Getting into this one is the crowd. It's a 14-1 lead. The throw, check swing hit. That one heads over. A.J. Lugo grabs it. He looks to throw it over to Kristoff. It's not going to be in time, though. It's going to be a single on the check swing by Aaron Graves. And Alex Davis lets up the first hit of the day from a position pitcher not named Jack Tubman. 14-1, man on first base. As they continue to get things moving here. Davis looks down as he's going up against Oliver Ray. 1 out here. Man on first base. The throw from Davis, that one's fouled back. So no movement can come on the other side. Aaron Graves cannot move from first. Some would point to the unwritten rules that you shouldn't try to steal while up by 13. Others would say, if the rules aren't written, they don't count. That one's a strike. It looked very close to the corner. They say it's there. 0-2. So potentially see Graves move if given the opportunity. Davis kicks and deals. That one's hit hard into the outfield. Ferranti moves. He looks to get underneath that one. He does so. He takes his steps and throws it back in. Graves will move back to first. And it's 2 outs now. Davis able to get 2 outs through 3. Batters as now up is going to be Jackson Grant. 2 outs, man on first base. That's Aaron Graves. Jackson Grant gets ready. Two outs. Davis throw. Inside pitch. 1-0 count. Syracuse Saltcats up 14-1 right now. That one clips the left side plate corner for a strike. Davis has just been painting these corners today. He's looking like Picasso out there with his brush, and the ball as his paint, as that one is fouled back. 1-2 count coming in. 14-1 lead by Syracuse. They look to try and add more as Graves currently sits on first base. Davis's throw. That one's hit off foul. Too late. Goes opposite and heads over to the bullpen area. 1-2 count. One, 2 count, 2 outs. Here for Jackson. Man, as the throw from Davis. Strike 3 is the call. Goes past. Another K coming in for Davis, and that's the 3rd out. The Pioneers now have to look to get some runs to try and rally back. It's 14-1 lead by Syracuse here as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Matt Wilmarth comes on the mound for the Salt Cats as they currently lead this one by 13 runs over the Elmira Pioneers here. And it's going to be Liam Schott stepping up to the bag to take things forward for the Pios. As Wilmarth gets ready to throw. That one is there for a strike. Looks as it's a back foot pitch that gets the strike. What's interesting we're talking about here is that now it's a lefty catcher in here. How often do you see a lefty catcher as that one is fouled back? 0-2 count. Coming in. As looks as though it's Brian Biggs who's catching right now for the Salt Cats. As that one is well passed. Shot ducks down. One, 2 count. Liam Schott swings on that one, and it's going to look as though it pierces through, and it does. Liam Schott has his first hit of the year, and it's on a grounder for a single against the Syracuse Salt Cats. Man on now for the Pioneers as Manny Esley looks to go here and try and improve this score. Manny Esley so far today, he grounded one over to the second baseman on the first pitch and then struck out. That pitch is low and outside for ball number 1. One 0 count. The kick and deal. That one just a bit outside. 2-0 count now for Esley. The one is fouled off, so having to go back now to first is Liam Schott. 2-1 count here for Manny Esley, who wants to get on base for the first time in this contest. It's a hard feat to ask as the throwback over towards first base. Schott gets back there in time. Still remains 2-1 now. As we cross over 9 o'clock here, we thank you for joining us for this game here at Dunfield as it's a runner going, but another foul ball comes here from Esley. So Schott's not able to steal because of the foul balls. It's now a 2-2 count for Manny Esley. 2-2 to Esley. No outs here as Step delivery from Wilmer. That one is inside. Full count now coming in for Manny Esley. So that one is inside, ball 4. Esley takes his walk over to first base. It's a man on first, man on second now for the Pioneers. Manny Esley and Liam Schott occupy those 2 bags. As Trevor Reed is going to step up to try and get a knock here. Just one swing of that bat could bring this one even closer. Maybe even below the, or well, not below, but close to getting it below the double-digit mark, as that one's hit high and foul. It heads towards the press box here. It heads inside the press box. Nearly hits the head of Evan Baird and is grabbed by our statistician in Ethan Franklin. Ethan the Turtle Franklin, our PA announcer, Evan Baird, almost got hit. They're celebrating up there as Trevor Reed looks at that one. It's low. 2-1 count now. That ball was an absolute screamer that almost hit our PA announcer. As the move goes over, and it's a move there. On deck right now for the Pioneers, it's Larson Birch, the Elmira guy. He's on deck right now with a 3-1 count for Trevor Reed. The throw, Reed swings and misses. It's a full count now coming in for Reed. Reed swings on that one. It's heading towards left field. Is it going to drop? The left fielder comes in and it will drop. All of a sudden, Trevor Reed gets a big swing of the bat, and it's going to be a 2-run double for Trevor Reed. It came very close to being grabbed by Graves over there, but it drops right in front of him, right towards the left sideline, maybe about 260. Trevor Reed hits that one, and it's now 14-3. Syracuse lead. Big swing of the bat there by Trevor Reed. And up to bat now comes Larson Birch. He pitched against Niagara in Game 2. He threw a complete game. He has not seen the field of play since. Let's see if he can get a big swing here. He does right there. It heads over to second base. It's going to be grabbed. It's going to be a double play. So Larson Birch's big swing is a double play on the first pitch. Great grab there by Mason Smith to make the tag. Now Ryan Kristoff will come up. So just as the Pioneers score, 2 outs go on the board from a first pitch swing from Larson Birch that is going right back over to the shortstop. And Ryan Kristoff now comes up to try and get another man on. The throw high on Kristoff. That's ball number 1. That one goes for a strike. It's a 1-1 count coming in. The fans are not too pleased about that one. It's timeout. Kristoff discusses with the home plate umpire. Pioneers have scored 2 runs in this bottom half of the inning. That one is low for ball 2. Trevor Reed's double put 2 runs on the board. He got to second base, but then Larson Birch, who swung on that one, ended up getting double play, a line drive over to Mason Smith at short, as a play is made over there by the third base coach for the Pios, and he's having a discussion over there. Looks as though it's Brennan Hayes over there who made that grab. So pitchers are athletes too. Hayes with the grab. It's 2-2 count. That one's hit hard by Kristoff. It heads down the line. If it's fair, it's good, but it's not. It's foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Kristoff trying to get a big hit. The Pioneers have 4 hits on the game. They're 3 runs. Still trailing by 11 here in the bottom of the 6th. The throw. Swung on and missed, first strike number 3. The big punch out there comes from Wilmore, and that strikes out the batter. Down go the Pioneers as we'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's the top of the 7th, and we'll see who's on the mound and if it remains to be Alex Davis. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. New pitcher for the Pioneers. I feel like I've said that just about every inning. It's Caleb Delaney. We'll get things moving here for the Pioneers as discussion comes here. So Alex Davis steps out. Caleb Delaney, who was the designated hitter for today, comes in. 14-3 Syracuse lead. Pioneers down to the last 3 outs to try and score 11 runs. Here, it's a 7-inning game in interleague games. First pitch comes for a strike. Delaney, another one of those position pitchers that can get first pitch strikes. So Alex Davis and Caleb Delaney, maybe put them on your watch board for future Pioneers pitchers. That one goes for a strike on the foul ball. It's 0-2 count now. Coming in for Mason Smith, who had that double play in the last half inning. The throw outside. 1-2 now. Coming in. That one is hit foul. So another foul ball. Going to grab that one over there. He's one of the Pios players. 1-2 count, no outs. Delaney's throw. That one's hit hard and foul. The benefit of having Delaney on the mound as well is you get a lefty arm going here for the Pioneers. So they started with a lefty and Jacob Jones. Now you got Caleb Delaney coming in to get things moving. 1-2. The throw. Swung on and fouled there. As if you were wondering who would end up playing third base ever since Lugo got moved, it is in fact, I'll get you the number there, but it seems as though Lugo is still over there. So Despite the fact that Birch was hitting for him, it seems as Lugo stays in. Full count now. After what was first pitch a strike, as the last pitch comes as a strike. It's a strikeout for Caleb Delaney, and the lefty gets the big punch out. Now up to bat is John Tomshow. It's the top of the order. Tomshow did not start this game. He was the pinch runner for Brian White, who started this one. As that one's hit hard, it heads towards center field. Going to grab that one. Left center it is. Michael Ferranti steps under and grabs that one. So Pioneers, we need one more out before they can try and mount their comeback over the Syracuse Saltcats. And then up to bat now comes the batter here to get things moving for the Saltcats. It's going to be a new guy out there wearing 20, so get you the name there. It's Wyatt Jack who's batting. As he swings on that one, it's going to be a strike. 0-2 coming in. Delaney has been hitting that zone. And Jack swings on that one, and it goes foul. Wyatt looking to get things moving. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Caleb Delaney looks to get his second punch out of the inning. The left-hander throws. That one is swung on and missed for strike number 3. Caleb Delaney has 2 strikeouts in the top half of the 7th. Pioneers now have 3 outs to work with to try and score 11 to tie this game and 12 to take the lead. We'll take a quick pause and step away. Back here, bottom of the inning, and I want to make a correction real quick. I said that it was Wilmerth that's on the mound, but it's actually the pitching coach for the Syracuse Saltcats. Is coming up to bat now. The Pioneers just have 3 outs left to work with, and up to bat comes the new batter. Is the first pitch, it's Spanner, who swings and misses for strike number 1. So he's out of Syracuse, New York, this right-hander. Syracuse University he works at. So it's going to be interesting to see, as that one is in the dirt and away for a ball. 1-1 count here for Spanner. This is his first game of the season. And He probably wishes the score was a little more in their favor, but he has the opportunity to start this comeback. It's a swing and miss for strike number 2. 1-2 count for Spanner. As the step delivery. That one hits the zone, strike 3. Spanner watches pitch go by, and it's going to be strike 3 for the out. And now coming up to bat, it's going to be another pinch hitter, and it looks as though it's Nasty Nate. Nate Krakow is coming out to bat for the Elmira Pioneers. Nasty Nate, he interned for the team. He's currently the coach. He normally is the first base coach, and now he's batting here today. That first pitch goes in there for a strike. 1 out here. Nasty Nate looking to get bat on ball, and that could be the opportunity to put the Pioneers back to a closer game. As that one is outside, it's a ball. 1-1 count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. The interleague game between the Syracuse Saltcats and the Elmira Pioneers. Only going 7 innings. Swing and miss by Nasty Nate, and it looks like his team on the bench is giving him a little bit of a hard time on that one. He just whiffed on that. 1-2. Swing and miss it. Strike number 3. And so Nasty Nate's stat line will sit at 0-1 with a strikeout. He's a big man for statistics. It does not happen there. And now Cannon Van Duzer comes up to bat as it's a timeout called. The coach will come out to talk to the mound to extend this inning. Game so far has gone a little over 2.5 hours for 7 innings. It's a 14-3 lead by Syracuse. As they shake off the meeting of the mound, Cannon Van Duzer, if he can get a hold of this baseball, could potentially send it far. 14-3 lead by Syracuse. Pioneers with just 4 hits in the contest. Van Duzer looks to make it 5. The delivery. Swung on a miss. Strike 1. Cannon with a very open stance. He doesn't get far of a squat. That one swung and missed. He's underneath that one. 0-2 count, 2 outs. The Saltcats are 1 strike away from taking this one over the Elmira Pioneers. Van Duzer. Watches that one go past. It's going to be a 1-2 count. That one hitting to the dirt. 1-2 count, 2 outs. The Saltcats. Delivery. Swung on and missed by Van Duzer. He spins all the way around, and that's out number 3. The Syracuse Saltcats win this game 14-3 over the Elmira Pioneers at historic Dunn Field. Big win for the Syracuse Saltcats. Tough loss for the Pioneers. We look at the standings. I have to remind you that the interleague games do not qualify for the West Division standings. Jamestown currently sits 11-2. Batavia is 8-2. Auburn 7-2. Elmira 6-4. I'll get into why that game tomorrow against Auburn's a big factor, and well, I guess you can see it. It's going to be a crucial factor in terms of the seeding. Olean, they're 6-5. Auburn, they were playing Batavia today, so how that game ends up could determine a lot. Niagara Falls is 4-7. Niagara is 3-7. Geneva's 1-8. Newark still looking for their first win. And we look at the upcoming games for the Elmira Pioneers. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, it's against the Doubledays. Depending on the results today between Batavia and the Doubledays, if the Doubledays lose, they are facing a chance of dropping down in the seeding if the Elmira Pioneers were to have a game like they did last night where they won 9-1 over the Doubledays. So have to see how that factors. Coming in on Saturday, whoever made our graphic mixed it up and put Wednesday, but Saturday is going to be against Olean. That's a Kennedy Valve night and guaranteed win night here at Dunn Field. And then Sunday, it's a doubleheader against Niagara Ironbacks. Niagara up in Canada, not Niagara Falls, United States. Niagara, Canada. Free post-game catch included with that one. But that will do it for this one from Dunn Field. A tough loss for the Elmira Pioneers. in a game that ends 14-3 and saw them go through just about every pitcher that you could think of. My stat sheet is completely full. Let me do a quick count, and that is 7 pitchers that they went through. Jacob Jones, Jack Tubman, Will Nee, Ryan Gabbianelli, Michael Gardner, Alex Davis, and Caleb Delaney. You can decide which one of those position players pitched the best. If you have my guess, it's probably Alex Davis. Caleb Delaney gives a strong one there with 2 strikeouts, but you have to see Gabbianelli and Jack Tubman. They're going to be battling there to see who could potentially get that spot. But, you know, we'll see how the season ends up going. That's game number 11 for the Elmira Pioneers, and there's still more to happen here from Dunn Field. But we'll say so long. Special thank you to our owners, Robbie Nichols and Miss Nelly, our assistant general manager, Jacob Rose, but our general managers in total are Mark Witt and Tabitha Witt. Alongside our scorekeeper, Ethan Franklin, I'm Anthony Labonte, saying so long from Elmira, New York and Dunn Field, and we'll see you tomorrow in Auburn.